Welcome to At the Bell with Derek Poppy Roland. Today's special guest is a special guest for me. He's a very, very close friend of mine who I had the privilege to meet and spend some time with throughout my boxing career. I have a round of applause for the former middleweight champion of the world, Mr. Iran the Blade Barkley. Hey, what's up, Iran? How you doing today, my brother?
What's up, my brother?
Hey, man, I'm glad that you came on, man, to talk to us, man.
Yeah.
Got some questions for you, man, and some things I want to talk about you. But first, I want to share with our audience and some of our history, what we had, man. And out in not late play. What was we was out in the Catskills, right? Oh man, that was good. You were training for Roberto Duran on that time. Remember that? Yeah. Man, until you, I didn't get to know you, but I got to know you, and it was good, man. I was only an 18-year-old young fighter, and you took me up under your wing, man, and showed me a lot of love, man. I appreciated that right there throughout my years, man. You know. So our show that we talk about here really is about life after boxing. At the bell means that what happens when it's over, when you increase everything, you invested all your time and everything in your career, and you, as a young child, what did you invest? Where did you grow up at? What was your childhood like with boxing?
Well, you know, like my childhood life was good with boxing and without boxing, but it was a struggle when I got to boxing with it. You know what I'm saying? I grew up fighting all these great fights and, you know, getting to meet good people and everything. So, I mean, that's the saddle brook that it was.
What I heard about it, man, I heard you started boxing because your sister used to have to beat up everybody for you, man.
That was,
you had to get your sister to take up for you, man.
That was, hey, she was worthy to fight. I said, hey, you know, I knew she could fight. I knew she could handle herself. I was the baby of the kids. I was like,
so
hey.
She got tired of taking up for her little brother.
Oh, she got me one time. She got me one time, boy. I got to fight this guy that I was really like scared of, and she said, you know what? Come on, I'm gonna fight him, but the only thing is, you gonna feel the punches. Now either you fight for me, or you gotta fight me. I said, well, I know what she can do. So I said, I'm gonna fight him.
That must have been something, man. That really should fight a little. But I also know some big sisters and big brothers that they'll make them back there. It was mamas making us fight too. But you better go out there and you better fight, man. And that's what we had to do in our hood. That's what we grew up at, like that. Yeah. And so you started at 14 years old. Yeah. And what kind of accomplishment you did as an amateur?
Well, I fought in the gloves.
Golden Gloves? New York Golden Gloves?
Yeah, the New York Golden Gloves 3 times. And my 3rd time I won the silver medal. Okay. You know, the silver gloves. And that was a great accomplishment for me to do that. And then I went on to the Empire State Games and I won a bronze medal there.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And so, you know, I was like shipping my way through, and then that's when I said, man, my daughter started to be born. Then I said, well, let me just turn pro.
At 82, you turned pro. How old were you?
I was, what, 21, 22. Yeah.
So when you turned pro, was it in New York your fight? Was it the Garden?
I fought at the Garden. I made it to the finals, and I fought my best friend Dennis Milton.
I remember Dennis Milton. Yeah.
I fought him in the gloves, and he got the decision and stuff. So I got silver, and he got the gloves.
Okay.
That was cool.
Yeah. So turning professional, what was that transition like, man, as an amateur, from amateur pro, amateur ranks? Because a lot of great fighters came out of New York in your era, so you must have just being amongst them must have been a challenge to be in the top 5 from New York, man. Must have been big.
You know, I came out of that. With Davey Moore, you know, being my stablemate and everything, and I went on a lot of tours and fighting tours with him and stuff. And we went to Japan when he fought Tashi Mahara.
Okay.
I was his chief sparring partner, and he knocked out Tashi Mahara, and then that's when I turned, you know, pro, and I got to fight a couple of my fights in Atlantic City and stuff.
Oh, yeah, he did Atlantic City. That's where I turned pro at Atlantic City. Atlantic City was so big, man. I really wish we could get it back like it used to be.
It used to be, right?
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, we did really good with that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did really, really good with that. Yeah, so you started as a top man. Once you start being the main event fighters and everything, and eventually, of course, you got title shot. Your first title shot, was that the big one with Tommy Hearns, or was there another title shot before
No, it was one before that.
Yeah, yeah. So, what was it like? I got a call for a world title fight. What was it like? Am I training different? Is anything different, or it's a big opportunity? This is for real now? Or?
It was like, hey, it was like, yo, you get past this one, and then you get to the next man. You know, that's Tommy Hearns. You're gonna be like, you know, on top of the world, and I knew that. So I said, once I get past him, I believe I'll get everything that Sugar Ray Leonard was getting.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody wanted the big money and the fame, the glory. We all wanted those as the young fighters up and coming.
Yeah.
But, and everybody see us, man, as though so we get in the ring and we train, think it's so easy, man, not realizing, man, this commitment and this dedication and discipline is for real, man. And to be on that level where you were takes total commitment, man. It's not a lucky thing, you know what I mean? And for you to get a world title shot and then you get a call for Tommy Hearns. Tell me about that, man. You fighting Tommy Hearns for the title. What was your mind like, man? What was that like?
My mind was like, yo, this is the dream and the accomplishment that I really sought out to be. You know, I said, now everybody gonna see me fight Tommy Hearns, and you know how it is. People who see you, oh, Tommy Hearns, oh no, that's a great fight. You know, even your friends, you know, your so-called friends, you know what I'm saying? They start, oh, he's gonna beat Tommy, he's gonna beat this, and then when your back is turned, man, Tommy's gonna kick his butt, man. You know, he's gonna lay him out, and he's gonna do this. But I said, I'm not gonna worry about it, you know. I said, I'm not gonna take it to heart, you know. I said, I just gotta do what I gotta do because.
Everybody was surprised that you knocking out Tommy Hearns in the third round, and everybody thought it was a fluke, and everybody thought it was a lucky punch. But you did something greater than that. Came back again and to beat him, to show him it wasn't a fluke. Now that must have been a good feeling. Like, you know, I showed y'all it wasn't no fluke. Huh?
It was a great feeling. You know why? Because you know you get to prove yourself there. You know, and that was my greatest thing there because. When I knocked him out, everybody was saying, "Oh, that you know, he was a good guy. He was great. He beat him. He did this. I said, now what they gonna say when I beat him? I said, I'm gonna take him 12 rounds. I'm gonna beat him up, and I'm gonna do what I got to do.
So it wasn't a lucky punch, and we went the distance.
And I beat him. You know, to show them the real deal.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
so after that came, then I was like. Now what they got, they say, oh, Tommy was old, he's getting old, you know. I said, you can't win for losing, you know what I'm saying? So,
well, you know, that's when I bumped into you when you were training and preparing for Roberto Duran, and I remember us going to the movies, we went to go see Tougher Than Leather, and I'm a little kid, man, I'm 18 years old, we going to see Run DMC, I'm the youngest around the crew, so I just jumped up and stopped the whole movie theater. Everybody stopped, wait a minute, we got a celebrity in the audience. Can I get a round of applause for I Ran the Blade, Barkley, and everybody in the movies? That was like crazy. That was a little crazy, wild little 18-year-old. Yep. But that was awesome, man. And you took me up under your wing a little bit, and you showed me a little love, man. I'm really glad that I got a chance to meet you. That was good.
That was great.
We sent that limousine to pick up my girlfriend. Oh man, remember that? We had some fun with that. That was fun, man. Yeah, I'm 18 years old and I can get my girlfriend picked up in a limo from Roselle to the Catskills, man. It was crazy. But so okay, we did all our accomplishments, man. We beat Tommy Hearns. We preparing for Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran he's just a great fighter, man. Yeah. We can't get nothing away from him. And a lot of people slept on him. Even he was old, he still was a great fighter.
Definitely. I ain't sleep on him. You know, everybody, I say, yeah, y'all sleep on him, not me.
He was something different. How was that must have been like going, fighting on Roberto Duran, you know?
That was crazy, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know, all the time just to say my dream of fighting him because, at the time I fought Duran. I remember Davey Moore, my best friend, and how Duran beat him and thumbed him in the eye and everything, and boom. And I always told Duran I was gonna get him for that. And when that time came for me to fight Duran, I was saying, "You don't remember now?" He said, "Oh," I said, "Now I'm gonna beat you." And Duran was a guy that he was nasty and disrespectful. He was always, later for you, he talking to me in Spanish, saying what he's saying. And then he said, "I'm gonna get you too, I'm gonna get you too. And I'm gonna beat you up like your friend." I said, "Okay, we see."
Wow, that must have been a lot of memories, man. A lot of good times, man.
Definitely.
A lot of preparations and experiences that we get through our lives that we do this. What happens though, man, when it comes to a point where, all right, now, career is over. What do we do with our lives? What do we do? What's next?
For me, I'm just trying to just get my life story told and just move on to living, just living, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done all I can do in boxing, and I just still want to keep myself together and still be out. I just tell my life story and then
try to inspire.
Just inspiring there,
okay.
You know what I'm saying, and just keep moving on with life.
Okay, that's what's up. Is you helping any kids? You training anybody? Got anybody you working with?
Well, I trained a couple of guys in Gleason's at times, you know what I'm saying? I trained some kids in Gleason's gym.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm
up.
saying? So, I give back and I hang out there a little bit, and whatever comes my way, anything I can do to help, I'm gonna do.
Yeah. What do you think about the guys fighting there? What do you think about the big fights that's coming up, man? We got Crawford and Porter coming up. We got another fight with this guy. He said he's gonna beat Canelo. I saw the press conference.
Yeah.
Plant, I think his name is Plant or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
what do you think about these guys coming up this fighting?
I can say, these guys are good fighters, and they stuff like that. But I'm stuck with the old school, guys like Canelo and these guys. They know what they gotta do, and they're gonna do it. So.
Yeah. It's a big difference. A lot of different fighters up and coming. I used to feel like comparing the young fighters and the old fighters like a lot of people do, but it's been brought to my knowledge and understanding it's just different times of the fighters. So
definitely,
you really can't take nothing away from the new fighters. They're doing the best of their time and they invest the same thing that it takes to get to the top.
Definitely.
And really we look at it, maybe we're the ones that's not the intelligent ones because they're getting paid a lot of money for their fights. We was doing it for nothing. We was doing it for love and getting in there, and we fight anybody at any time. So really, we the ones that should have been wiser or smarter. I think.
We was wise and smart. You got to think in a different time, different era, but we was wise and smart. They wasn't giving us that money like they was giving them. You know what I'm saying? So we was like the old heads getting ready to come in, and they saying, "Man, why should we pay him all this money? We ain't gonna get a good fight out of him." But I was still giving good fights. So
yeah, we was getting good fights.
They didn't want to pay me.
So, any regrets, man? Any regrets coming into boxing life?
I don't have
you could have been.
I don't have no regrets. I'm still feeling fine. I thank God that I came out of the game. I could still speak well and look well, and whatever it is what it is.
Yeah, you are speaking well. You're looking good to me, man. I feel glad I got a chance to meet you in my life, man.
Yeah.
And you had some contribution to me going on and being able to. I remember we had the Yankee Day.
Yeah,
I ran Barkley Yankee Day, man.
Yeah.
We made sure I got in, man. That was good. What was it like, man, in the Yankee dugout, man? That was something in the Yankee dugout.
That was like a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Standing down there, you always want to be behind the thing with the guys and playing on the deck and everything. You say, dang, I finally got it down to the scene,
Yeah. I ran Barkley Day at the Yankee Stadium. I remember that. You made sure I got in, man. That was love right there. I had to appreciate you for that, too.
Nah, no problem.
If it's anything, man, you had to give to these young fighters or any young guys coming on, what kind of advice or love, what kind of would you give to them, man? What would you try to give to some of these young fighters?
Well, some of these young fighters, I would give like, just work hard at what you're doing. You know, keep your butt off the floor. And listen to your trainers, man, and do what you gotta do, and do your road work, man, and you'll get there.
Ain't that something right there?
Yeah.
It's so profound when you really talk about that road work and that preparation, man. And a lot of people think that this getting to that level where you were at, or where we were at, that it's just a simple thing, man. But the commitment of eating right, and you said something earlier while we was over Slim House. You said something earlier about that rest, proper rest, not running the streets, not that just don't mix with becoming a world champion and being all you could be in terms of the dedication and discipline that it takes. And it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off.
It definitely will. You getting that rest. You staying in the gym and doing your. You have time to yourself, man. When you finish training out of the gym and stuff, and you want to hang out with your friends and stuff after that, yeah, you make yourself hang out about 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night or whatever, and then go home and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a mission to do. You got a job to attend to. Because tomorrow, the next day, all of that starts all back over again.
It's very important what we're talking about in terms of that conditioning, because what really happens a lot of times is, people are trying, in my opinion, of what the young guys are doing, they're trying to mix this oil and water, and oil and water don't mix, man. And that lifestyle of, I'm trying to run the streets, I'm trying to chase the girls, I'm trying to eat what I want to eat, drink a little bit of drink, mess around with that. It just don't mix, man. It don't mix. And then it's going to show. It's going to show. It always do. It always shows.
You know.
And I watch some of these young guys fight. Sorry for cutting you. I watch some young guys fight, and you can almost see where they start to go down. Like
you can see
they start to hang out.
Yeah.
They know he's slipping a little bit. He's slipping a little bit. And so that's where we at with that, man. I'm glad you got something, man. And
I'm glad too, And I'm just glad I could get out of the game, safe, sound. Thank God, I still got good speech and talk. A lot of guys can't talk.
One thing I'm going to say for you, man, I'm going to say it in front of the whole world, right? You're a generous guy, man, one of the most generous guys I know, man. You gave a lot, you gave up, and you still giving. I see you have fights going to show your face. A lot of people, is requesting money and to show up, and I see you showing up at the fights and shaking hands and signing autographs. And it's awesome, man. It's awesome, and you're an awesome guy. I'm glad I met you, man. I had a wonderful time, that we shared. Boxing's been good to you, and I'm glad to see you.
Definitely,
again, you know what I mean?
That's what God does for you, man. When you do good things come back.
That's right, man.
And you just got to keep your eyes and your ears open right now. That's all.
I forgot, you got a celebrity in the family, too, man. The Barkley guy. Shaquan Barkley on the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing? I heard he got a little injury recently,
man. He got a torn ACL.
I need to kind of holler at you for some Giants tickets or something, man.
Yeah.
That's your nephew. That's your brother's son.
Yeah, that's my nephew's son.
Oh, your nephew's son. Okay, so it's like a great nephew.
Great nephew, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So athlete in the blood in the family.
He in the blood, yep.
He's in the blood in the family. So y'all, he's
we
fan.
cool.
Oh, y'all cool. Y'all close?
We cool, definitely. Okay. Yeah, we cool. I just don't mess with him on this team. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't like the Giants?
I like the Giants, but when I don't mess with him, he's always like, "Yo, Unc, when you gonna come? When you gonna come to the game?" I said, as soon as you send the tickets, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say that support is important, man. That support is important, man. That support is important, man. So you're still in it actively. You're still helping the youth and the kids.
Oh, definitely.
Today I want you to help me out. I got a group of kids gonna be in here in a little while.
Definitely.
And we're gonna have them all in the ring boxing. They're not gonna know it or recognize you because they're all little kids.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have the former middleweight champion of the world in their corner. They're gonna be like 8, 9-year-olds. They're gonna have you in their corner. That's gonna be a blessing. And I appreciate you.
No
and love
problem,
always.
bro.
You hear me?
Definitely, bro.
All right. Thanks for coming on. This is At the Bell with Dirty Poppy Roland. Like and share this video so we can keep bringing these celebrities and this information to you. Thanks again. Peace. At the Bell, Dirty Poppy Roland. I ran the Blade Barkley.
All right.
Good job, bro.
You know it.
He's